You just cut off. I couldn't hear you if you were talking. Hello, are you here?
Brother,
Oh my gosh. Hey, are you talking? I couldn't hear you. Oh, except. Why are you calling me like this?
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think I couldn't hear you for like 30 seconds.
Oh, that's weird.
But now you are like we are having like 2 calls, I think. Whatever. What were you trying to say?
Okay, so
I think you got cut off after the APC conversation.
So if my brother and I were the same age, right? Or like, similar ages, and he got invited to like a party and I didn't, I'd be kind of salty.
I don't think he cares.
Okay.
Wait, so are you saying that if your brother got invited to a party, like you would expect him to invite you?
No, but I'd be jealous, I'd be like, damn, he gets to go to a party and I don't.
Okay.
Okay, anyways.
Well, I mean, I didn't really talk to him about it, so I honestly couldn't speak for him, but I don't think he would get jealous.
Okay. Do you think your brother's gonna find a girlfriend?
Well, eventually, I think. I mean, I'm not him. I couldn't speak for him.
Okay, that's fair.
Why?
No, I'm just curious. Seems like love is in the air right now.
Love is in the air?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Love is in the air?
Uh-huh.
I actually don't know.
Bro.
I mean, I just say these things. Like,
Let me look it up then. Love is in the air. Meaning a blissful love-like vibe that can be sent from the people around you or surroundings. Example, on Valentine's Day, love is in the air and you see happy couples all around. I don't think that applies to you though. Do you see happy couples all around you? I mean, am I wrong though?
Well, for us, love is in the air, right?
But not your friends, I guess.
Whatever. Do you mind if I talk about that?
No.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, what else am I supposed to talk about? Oh, you don't mind if I talk about it?
Oh yeah, I don't mind. That's what I said.
Okay, I'm so stupid. Sorry.
Did I pronounce it wrong? I said I don't mind.
No, I think my brain just stopped working. Honestly, when you say no, I just assume, oh, okay.
Oh, what was your question? Like, do you mind wait.
Do you mind if I talk about?
So what should be my response if I didn't mind you talk? Yes or no?
No. Should be no, right?
So I said it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's negative, double negative, right? Oh my god. Whatever. I'm getting confused now. Anyways, I don't mind you talking about it if you wanted to talk about it.
Okay, so I went to dinner with him. I mean, lunch with him today, right? As soon as I got in his car, so he came to pick me up. as soon as I got in his car, he said, "I got some bad news." And I said, "Oh, what is it?" You know, like I thought it was about me or something. But he's like, "Haley and I broke up, and this time it's for real." And he told me like, okay, so they had a lot of problems, right? But the big problem that they had was she wanted to move in together by the end of this year, and Eric wanted to live with his parents.
Okay.
So that was like, I think that was like their final fight that tore them apart. But they had a lot of fights about that stuff. And like, okay, I'm friends with Eric, right? So I don't know Haley's story, but from what Eric told me, they argued on like Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Like an ultimatum. She was like, "Oh,
I think you are like getting cut in and out again. Are you moving
you're
around
here
the
or
house? 我覺得佢可能要打，可能佢打，因為呢個 WiFi 好唔順啊咁樣。
我哋 WiFi
佢個 WiFi，所以可能佢哋要打翻，即係用錢算咯。其實用錢都唔緊要，都幾日咯。Okay.
hello."
Yeah, I think
Oh my
are
gosh.
you moving around the room?
No, I'm just laying down.
Shit. Okay, whatever. If it happen again, I'm just gonna like call you the regular way, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
But okay, what were you trying to say though?
What was the last part you heard?
Wait. The ultimatum? Before the ultimatum, because I think you just cut off and then I heard ultimatum again.
Okay, so they were hanging out on Sunday. So
Yeah.
Eric was at Haley's house, right?
Right.
And then Haley basically gave him an ultimatum. She was like either we're gonna live together at the end of the year or else, right? And then he was like, I just cannot promise that right now. Like I'm not sure like what I want to do. Like I could give you an answer at the end of the year.
Right.
And then she said, that's not good enough. And then she said, basically, you got to leave. And she kicked him out of the house. And then she put all of his stuff in like a box and then told him to leave. I mean, it was a lot more unpleasant than that, but that's the gist of what happened.
Wait,
And
but
then,
so does that mean, because the way that you put it, it was like Eric broke up with Haley. So I thought that Eric was the one that initiated, but based on what you just told me, it looks like she was the one that initiated.
Yeah, I think she was the one that initiated. And then I guess Eric knows it's real because like they you know, they've done this stuff before where they like, you know, they have like these big fights and then they stop talking to each other. Which, by the way, I hope we can not do that. But they were having like these big fights, and then so he just assumed, okay, like I'll just talk to her like 3 or 4 days later, like let it cool down, you know. So when he tried to text her again, she said like, no, like I'm done, Eric. Like this is it. I'm done. I don't want to deal with this. And then she blocked him. So then he like, I guess he went to Instagram and then tried to text her there. And then she said, Eric, you're creeping me out right now. I have a gun and I'm not afraid to use it. That was the literal message.
What did she say? Eric, what?
She said, Eric, you're creeping me out right now.
Oh.
I have a gun and I'm not afraid to use it.
Oh my, then he got it back off.
Yeah. So that was the last thing she said to him.
Wait, so does she live in Makatiu as well?
She lives in Everett.
And were they living together for a while?
I mean, she has her own house, right? So her parents gave her the house and she lives there. Like she has a roommate, but it's basically her roommate and her roommate's boyfriend live together in that house. So he goes over to her house a lot to like hang out.
Like sleep, I guess, spend the night there, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so like I know you're Eric's friend, right? But based on his story and what you've known so far, do you like speaking from an unbiased perspective, what do you think was the root problem?
I think the root problem is, and I don't know Haley that well, but I did get to meet her for a couple of days in New York, right?
Right.
So I think the root problem is Haley's a very emotional girl, right? Like she very clearly like if she wants to do something, she'll do it, right?
Right.
She listens to her heart and she follows that. Eric is a very I don't know what the right word is for this. He's kind of dead inside. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
No.
Like he doesn't really show a lot of emotion.
Oh,
and he
like
doesn't really
not
like.
very emotion. Like I mean, guys are like that though, right? Like girls are known to be more emotional, and guys are more like, right?
I mean, I guess, but it's like two extremes, right? Like I only listened to Eric's story, and even when I was listening to Eric's story, there was a lot of flaws with what he was saying.
Flaws?
Yeah.
Like you think he was?
Like I was thinking, like if I was in your situation, I'd be able to fix this so easily. Like
Oh.
I don't want to brag, but I think most of their problems were like they tried talking about it, right? And she said, "I want this, this, and this," and Eric was like, maybe not, like kind of wishy-washy about it, right?
Right.
I think the big thing is that okay, so she had before she started dating Eric, right?
Right.
She dated this other guy for like 5 years. They were together for 5 years.
Was he Asian?
Yeah.
Damn, she really has a type. A Korean?
Koreans, yeah.
Damn, really a type then.
So she dated that guy for 5 years before he just broke up with her out of the blue. I don't know the full story, right? I never will, but I guess we just have to go off. He broke up with her out of the blue,
right?
And it was very traumatizing for her.
Right.
And she met Eric about like 2 months later, and they started dating, right?
Right.
So think about it from her perspective, right? She dates this guy for 5 years. I bet she's thinking it. I'm thinking it. You're probably thinking it too, right? Like they were probably gonna get married or something, and then he, maybe got scared or whatever, right? For whatever reason, he didn't want to get married, so he backs off. That's pretty traumatizing, right? For anybody, boy or girl. And for her, she looks around. Like I've been to her house. I've met her friends. All of her friends are getting married. Like her best friend is married. Her roommate is engaged. I went to one of her parties and like it was basically all just like couples, right? So all her friends are basically like almost set for marriage, and she isn't, right? Like she kind of just started dating Eric. So when she asked these kind of questions, like, I need you to move in with me, right? Like, I need to know this relationship's like a serious thing. He can't. The fact that he's like wishy washy about it, right? That's not really a good sign. Like, I'm not a girl, right? But if I told some guy, like, hey, do you want to move in with me, right? Like, it's been 2 years. I think we should move in together. And the guy's like, I don't know, like, I want to do this and I want to live with my parents or whatever. That's fine, right? But you have to understand, like, it's like two different perspectives, right? And when it comes to something like that, you really need to come to an agreement, right? Like, you need to sit down and figure out a compromise between the two of them. And I just think they never, ever did. They never found a compromise. Because so that's what I think.
So who was more invested in the relationship?
Invested. Eric seemed to really like her. Like he was really bummed out about it. I mean, the whole fucking lunch was him talking about it.
Did he cry?
He did not cry. That's what he told me. He told me he couldn't sleep and he couldn't eat for like 3 or 4 days. He cried. So I thought, like, he's not very emotional, right?
Damn. Did he ever cry for her though?
I don't know. Should I ask?
Probably not.
Not at this point.
But you have cried for me though.
Have I?
I don't
I've
know.
cried in front of you.
No.
I don't think you want me to cry for you.
But you did.
I cried in front of you.
No. Yeah, but like, well.
Okay, anyways. So ends the story of that. Yeah. I really thought we were gonna go on like a couple date with them. I guess we're gonna go on a couple date with Jenna and Colin at some point. Dude, Rachel single, Eric single.
Who's next?
I don't know. Surely not Colin. Those two are inseparable.
Damn. When did they get married? Huh? What were you gonna say?
When are we getting married?
No. No, when are they getting married?
Oh.
Did you did you get scared for a sec?
I mean, if you want to talk about it, I don't mind.
But were you scared?
No.
No, but like I no, my question was when are they getting married? Because you said they were inseparable.
I mean, they told me they're planning it, but they just need more money. That is the big issue.
Cool.
Yeah. They should. I told them that they should like get a place first before they move in together.
What do you mean?
Like really live with each other before you get married. Would you agree with that?
Are you implying anything?
Maybe. Well, I mean, it's up to you, though. I know how important your family is to you. I think in an ideal world, right, if we got married, we'd buy a place that's big enough for your family and my family.
I don't like that would be ideal, but I think it wouldn't be really realistic.
Well, I think like if you think about my house right now, I think all of us could live in it. Like, not even joking.
But the day-to-day interaction, it could be too complicated if too many people are in the same house, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out later.
I mean,
What do you want to talk about it?
we have only been together for like 3 months, right?
Yeah. Does it scare you?
Of what? Moving in together or getting married?
Either.
No. Because I trust you. Like, because, I mean, remember the first time I spent the night at your place? You were the only one there, right? Because your parents were traveling.
Yeah.
So I trust you enough to stay there. Because
I think I dropped you off, didn't I?
No, wait. No. When your parents were traveling, no, I slept in your room.
Was it?
And then you slept in your mom's bed.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, so my point was, I trust you enough to make that decision. Because, I'm a, 120-pound girl. There's no way I could fight you.
You gotta stop saying that shit, babe.
What do you
You
mean?
were so strong. And you're faster than me.
But I don't have a car. The only way I could escape would be walking, and there's no way I want a car, you know?
Well, you could go the Haley route and get a gun.
But I guess what my point was, I trust you enough to stay there. So I think the thought of moving together probably, I mean, I guess if we are really doing it, then I might need to think more about it. But the the idea of it doesn't really scare me. That's what I'm trying to say. But I guess if we are really like living together with each other every day, then that's probably something I need to think about, you know?
Okay. Well, I'm glad you trust me. Because I don't know if I trust myself. But, well, if you can place your trust in me, then I think it's time for me to grow up.
Like what? How?
I'm not gonna lie, Ruby. Since I met you, and honestly, since the New York trip, I've kind of become like a new person.
In a good way?
I like to think so. A lot of these values of like, you know, being a man and taking care
Taking care of what?
of people, you know? Taking care of my mom, my dad, taking care of you, my friends. I see things in a new light. It's like no longer am I just like a spectator to like what's going on. Like I feel like I actually have to.
Be
It's like
be a main player?
yeah. Have you heard of the actions have consequences?
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
What?
Why are we doing this right now? Can you hear that?
Is that your dad?
I don't know. No, it's my mom.
It's
Wait,
okay.
hold on.
It's okay. Let her do it.
Wait, I'll be right back.
No, let her do it.
Here, I'm just gonna go ask what she's doing.
What?
I'm just gonna go ask what she's doing.
But it's okay. It doesn't bother me. Just let her do her stuff.
Okay, I'll close the door then. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's give it a year before we start really talking about this stuff.
A year?
Yeah. Does that sound okay?
We'll see.
I mean, if you want to talk about it earlier, I'm always available. So what else have you been up to?
Mm,
You go to work today?
yeah.
Nice. So you can't go into the office again, right?
No.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But I went into because
What's up?
like the office last day was like Friday, right?
Yeah.
And then like you probably didn't feel this way, but for the last day, because um, so Vanessa and I were the last one there, because we started on the same, on the same day, but the same month. I started like 2 weeks before, or like 1 or 2 weeks before she did. So we were there for each other at from the very beginning, right? And then on the last day, I guess, at least for me, I don't know about her, but I think I got a little bit emotional because that was the place that where I spent like more than a year in. Because I basically went there almost every day.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really go in there when I first started, in 2023, but I did spend a lot of time there, and so like Vanessa and I were the last two there, and then we went on our last row, like basically to walk around the office, right?
Right.
And then I kind of got emotional because I thought about all the memories and all the people that I met. It's like
Uh-huh.
if you thought about it, isn't that crazy that like I have met a lot of people there,
You have.
and
Would you say
I got some dates.
would you say some dates were better than others?
Like, cause I met some guys, right? And then like girls too. And then
Uh-huh.
if I didn't go into the office that much, I probably wouldn't have met you, right?
That's right.
And
Because I
then
wasn't going in often, so
yeah, I felt like how we met was kind of like, you know, I don't know. Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah.
yeah. No, I actually think about it sometimes. I'm like, some people think that there's like certain events in your life that are like guaranteed to happen. You know what I mean? Okay, first of all, let me preface this by saying we don't know anything about this, right? Nobody has a definitive answer. But there's like there's a very strong philosophy around this idea that like every life you have, um, there's like certain events that are guaranteed to happen, right? And I think this is one of them. I think, yeah. Anyways, first love. Hopefully the only one.
Am I your first love though? I don't think I was.
Well, I think those are all lust, babe. You know?
Are you saying that you love me?
Uh, well, I'm not going to use that word.
Why not? It's okay. Anyways. Isn't that like yeah, well, okay.
Anyways, let's not think about it too hard.
Oh, how was the interview?
It was good. I don't think I'm gonna get it though, but
Why?
'cause they're interviewing like 20 people.
How do you know?
Because I asked.
They interviewed 20?
Yeah,
Wow, that's a lot of people.
I know. And knowing you, Dove, I mean, yeah.
What department is that?
Wait, what'd you say?
What department is that?
Oh, UW-Med. The admin building at UW-Med.
Do you know the name of the person who interviewed you? Do you remember?
Oh,
It's
well,
okay. It's okay if you don't. I was just wondering if I have heard of that person or if I know that person.
I have the HR, but not the interviewer. There was like 3 people interviewing.
Who are they?
So, I think they were just data people at UW at the admin place.
Do you remember their names?
No, sorry. Babe.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so when are you gonna pick up your friends tomorrow?
Uh, so he just texted me. He wants to bring a roommate. So I need to ask my mom if this roommate's allowed to come, and if he is, then I might go a little later. Cause like, I don't know. Do you want to hang out with him and his roommate?
I mean, to be honest though, I don't think your mom is gonna be very happy about the roommate situation.
Yeah, I don't think so
Yeah, knowing your mom. I mean, I couldn't say that because I don't really know her, but like based on the conversation we had last time, I don't think because we kind of talk about it, right?
either. Yeah.
Because I think like the way that she said it was like she was already like tired from like cooking or like hosting stuff. So she was like, she wasn't like she
Yeah,
would prefer less people.
I do remember that conversation. Okay, I guess. Well, I don't know.
I mean fewer people, not less people.
Yeah.
You know what I
Nice.
mean. You got me.
Good save. Good save. Proper English. There's some Britain. You said you had an accent, right?
Well, I guess my accent is kind of like mixed, like both Cantonese and British, because I was taught British English.
That's hot. You know, I had a real thing for British. I think I still do.
Cool.
I have a real thing for British accents. Jolly good day. I don't know. I think it's sexy.
I think you're sexy when you speak Chinese too.
Thanks. I'm glad somebody likes it.
I
When I
do.
started speaking Chinese, like when I went to my brother's place and I spoke Chinese with his wife,
They just
she just started laughing. She was like, "You don't have to speak Chinese around me." I was like, "Okay, sorry."
So did you just switch back to English?
Yeah.
Oh my, how rude.
I know.
What about your parents? Did they prefer you to speak English? Hello? Can you hear me? 你有聽咗線啦，唉 What's wrong with this?
Hello?
I think you got cut out again.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. My question was, did your parents prefer you to speak English around the house? Or actually Chinese?
I don't think they care at this point.
But the thing is that, okay, I mean, from the time that I was there, the dynamic was like they spoke Chinese and then you respond in English.
Yeah, I'd say that's very accurate.
So
I'd say that's
would you say
very
that you understand it a lot, but when you speak it, you would have to think about it?
I mean, you saw me speak it. You heard me speak it.
It's good.
So
It's cute.
I have to think about it a lot.
But you understand it very fast, right?
Yeah,
That's good.
I guess.
I guess I couldn't talk shit about you then. Not that I was gonna. I mean, I'm not saying that I was gonna, but I'm just saying that I couldn't because you understand.
贱奴. You can call me Jen.
I'm not gonna say that. Why would I say that?
为什么你这么贱?
Oh, it's so lovely, huh?
Oh,
So when are you gonna ask your mom?
probably after this phone call.
Okay.
Okay. You want to hang out? I mean, it doesn't have to be a long call this time.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Wow. Okay. I see how it is.
That's what you did to me last time, bro.
Not even a good night. Were you mad about that? You didn't text me back.
Because I was mad about it.
That's hard. Is that our first fight?
You know what though? I think for me, I don't know if you have noticed it, but if I was mad about something, I would just be silent. You know,
Yeah.
like I would give you the silence treatment. Silence treatment.
So then if I ask, is everything okay? Are you going to respond truthfully and say, no, I'm kind of mad?
I would just ignore you.
Bro. How are we going to resolve our fights?
But did you know that I was kind of mad
Yeah, I could tell.
because I didn't respond or I didn't say good night?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the way that I react. Like, I would give you the silent treatment.
Are you still mad?
No.
Okay. Should I just give you some time then? Or do you want me to, like, beg for forgiveness?
No, I'm good now. I'm good.
Okay, I'll just give you some time then. And get mad. I can beg for forgiveness too.
No, it's okay. I'm not mad anymore.
I mean, like, in general, you know?
No, just give me time is fine.
Sounds good.
What about you? Were you ever was there like a point where you got mad and you didn't tell me?
Was there?
You can be honest. It's a safe environment.
Okay. Sometimes when you say okay or something, like, I'm like, damn. You know
Like,
what I mean?
but you were mad?
Not mad, but it's like, okay, I get why you do it, so I'm not mad. But it's like, okay, she doesn't care.
Like, okay.
I mean, am I wrong?
But I just thought it was funny.
Okay, I mean, if you do it to be funny, then I won't take offense to it.
But low-key though, I wasn't like being offensive. I thought that it was a cute way to respond to whatever we were talking about, you know?
Okay, sounds good. Cool.
But you never told me.
Because it's not a big deal. I'm just, like, at this point, I'm nitpicking.
Would you say you're more like a avoidant? Like, would you avoid? Are you confrontational?
No, not at all.
So are you avoidant?
I am. So I'm thinking about it. Like, I don't think that's the way to have a successful relationship. Because Eric's the exact same way, right? Like I was talking about earlier, Eric prefers to not, talk about it. And Haley wants to talk about it like 24/7, right? So I think there has to be like some middle ground.
But I think the thing is that the reason why we haven't got into a fight is because I think we are both avoidant.
Yeah, well, also it's the first year, babe.
Because
So
I mean, to be honest, there were times that I was mad, but I just kept it. I didn't say it, okay?
okay. Yeah. So let me guess all the times. So the first time was like my birthday, right? When I didn't text you back or call you, right?
I mean, I wasn't really that mad.
And the second time was this week, right? Am I missing something?
Okay, bye.
I'll take that as a maybe. Okay, well.
But I mean, to be fair, it's not really your problem. It's just me being emotional. Because, girls, with that cycle, with that hormone, sometimes you just, like, very, that you, like, I would get irritated for, like, little stuff. So it's not really a problem. So if you gave me some time, I would just process it myself and that would be good.
Okay. But if you want to talk about it, like, we can talk about it. Because it always feels better after you talk about it.
I don't think
Especially in, like, you don't think so?
I mean, maybe for certain stuff, but I think if I really brought everything up, it's gonna turn into a fight.
Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Well, let's save it for the important stuff then. But if you get mad to the point where, like, you can't take it anymore, like, just tell me. Like, we can talk about it.
Okay.
I promise I'll be. Well, I can't promise, but I will try to be understanding and, all that. I'm only human, right? So.
But I guess you could tell. Like once I mean, I guess you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if you notice that I went silent, then I think you would get the idea.
Yeah, I mean, I get the idea. Happens a lot in my car, huh? Not a lot, sorry. Sometimes.
That is very true. But to be fair, I feel like most of the time you actually did nothing wrong. It was just me being a bitch.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll figure out something.
Well, I mean, to be fair, there's something like on my part. I think there's something that I gotta learn to be a better girlfriend because I was pretty spoiled, so
Well, I was too. It's a learning experience for both of us.
yeah. Because back then, before I came here, I never did dishes. I never did my laundry. I basically didn't do any chores at home.
Yeah, your dad bought you a lot of stuff.
Not a lot of stuff, but like
Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
stuff that I asked for.
Yeah. Okay, tomorrow, babe, I want to tell you some stuff, but it's kind of a long thing, so I'll talk about it tomorrow.
What is it about?
I want to talk about my first job, because I think when I tell you the story of my first job, you'll get an idea of what it was like before all of this. And number 2, I want to talk about souls. I don't know how into that you are, though. Enter the spirit realm.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
Also, like I didn't know that you were kind of got irritated for me saying okay because I really said it for I thought it was just cute and fun.
I mean, it is cute. Sorry, I think I'm kind of a bitch about it too.
But yeah. It's good that we kind of talk about it because I'm sure you've noticed me gone silent a few times, whether virtually or in person. So, right?
Well, just want to make you happy.
But yeah, we're good.
Cool.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Okay.
Was that time very obvious though? Because I didn't say good night at all.
I mean, you didn't even text me, so it was pretty obvious.
But
I sent you reels, and it just said "scene." It doesn't have a message or anything. It just says "scene" like 30 minutes ago. It's like, oh, okay.
so were you gonna say something though if I didn't text? Because I texted you the other day. I mean the next day. But if I kept being silent, what would you do?
I'd probably ask if
Everything was all right.
yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, babe. We'll figure it out. I promise.
We'll see. We shall see.
All right. I'll let you go to sleep then.
Okay.
Okay. Have a good night, babe.
Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Let me know what time though after you talk to your mom.
Oh, hey. Okay, third thing. We have to talk about Black Friday too. If we're gonna go or not.
Oh, okay.
And like what to buy. We can like look at like catalogs and stuff, so.
Catalog?
Yeah. So I remember, I don't know if we're gonna get it this year, because we haven't got, I don't think we have the newspaper anymore. But back when we had a newspaper subscription, before Black Friday, right? So they would deliver it like a week before. There would be these fat catalogs for like Target and Best Buy and like Costco, just like a fat catalog of like everything that's going to be on sale. And like I remember the Target book was like 100 pages long of just like all the items that were on sale. So we'll probably look around on the internet or something.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so just text me after you talk to your mom and let me know what time you're gonna pick me up.
Okay, sounds good.
Good night.
Good night. Have a good night.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Get